All right guys, today I want to talk about the underarm serve. We see a lot of pros using it these days. I'm going to show you how you can use it, how you can execute it, the strategy behind it, and ultimately, you're going to lose friends but win more tennis matches. All right, so when you see the pros do it, they're usually trying to be sneaky. They have an opponent that's trying to return serve from miles behind the baseline. You know, Nadal's going to be 20, 30 feet behind the baseline. You're shaping up to hit your 120, 130 mile an hour serve, and just out of nowhere, you try and be sneaky, you try and drop it over the net. And quite often, I screw it up because I'm rushing it. I'm trying so hard to disguise it that I can't quite get the execution. Now, in our situation, we never play against someone who stands miles behind the baseline. We never really get that. And if I do get it, I tend to just hit kick serves or slice serves out wide. But no one's that far back where I'm like, this is a good drop shot opportunity. But what I would do is not give it away too much. You know, maybe I stand, you know, like I'm hitting a regular serve, but I'm not overly, and I'm not trying to get too sneaky with it. And I'm just going to own the fact that I'm going to cut across this ball. Right? And if I do that, I'm going to show you from a different angle, but that ball's just bounced outside the alley just by me cutting across the ball. And I'm showing you from this angle because you can see the technique of this. What I'm going to do is, again, not worry about disguising it too much. I mean, maybe I can disguise it a little bit, maybe they're just not paying attention, but I'm not going to get too sneaky with it. I want to execute the shot. Now, if I drop this ball low, that allows my racket to be below my hand, which allows me to cut across it. If I hit it from up here, it's just going to be a backspin shot. So I want to drop this ball quite low and then just cut across it. I'm using a continental maybe a little bit further around, like an eastern backhand grip, just slightly, just to allow me to open the face. I'm just going to cut across that ball. And it's difficult. I'm going to show you from different angles, but it's difficult because it puts your opponent in a position where they're essentially out of position and they're going to have to do something really good. If not, I have the rest of the court to hit into. Now I'm going to consider this a second serve. So I can't be too risky, but I'm going to aim it into the corner of the box and just cut across it. And if my opponent is hitting a ball from there, it's advantage me. Now I do have to be ready to react because I'm giving them the angle. But if it's a tight situation in a match, that puts them in a difficult position to have to do something. If they don't do something reasonably good, I get to attack that next ball and make them run, right? Let's try it again. That is nasty. All right, so I can just cut across that ball and it's a great shot. I don't even have to really aim it as close to the sideline as I just did. Now I've seen someone like Sabalenka, when she was having serving nightmares, have such a lack of confidence in her second serve. She'd hit it underarm and she'd hit it like this. Just like, what? Ridiculous. Like, why? And I've been wanting to make this video for a while because I'm like, well, why don't you just cut across it? Just cut across it. That's a pain in the ass to return. All right, so play with that. It's such an effective serve. No one's going to like you. Everyone's going to talk about you. But that is a really tricky shot, and it just opens up opportunities. And if you actually wanted to do it on a first serve, we could get real crazy with it. Maybe I step across, and I could really cut across that. Obviously, I missed that one. This is why the first serves. But I could start practicing this a little bit, and man, that's better than my regular serve. It's definitely better than most people's second serves, right? When this serve that I'm hitting right now is a lot better than your average second serve. So if you have the courage, you don't mind everyone talking about you, try and hit this serve. It's really effective. Now hitting this serve from the deuce side is not as sexy. We can't get the angle, get our opponents out of position. It's going to obviously go down the middle of the court. But the upside to this is that you're not creating any angle for them. So they probably, unless they're really confident and they're attacking really well, you're probably going to be able to react to their shot because you've not really given them much angle. You've put it short in the court. It's kind of bringing them forwards a little bit. If they're not very good at volleying, it might be a good strategy. As I say, it's not quite as sexy. You're not really creating too much, but because you're not giving them an angle, you also have a chance to hit the next ball deep. You know, maybe they can't hit that ball by you. Maybe they don't have confidence on short backhands to really attack. So you know you're going to get another ball, and if you can then hit that ball deep, it's a good opportunity to win the point. But generally, I love this one. This side of the court, can't go wrong. So I'm going to show you the spin from a different angle. But imagine having to face this ball, especially in a difficult situation, you know, a pressure situation. Towards the end of a set, towards the end of a match, it's going to be very difficult to attack those balls. You know, you might feel confident ripping them in practice or something, but putting that ball away off a spin shot, knowing you're out of position, is really difficult. Here, let me do 2 more crazy ones. You ready? Oh, that's the one. Yeah, I don't even know I even hit first serves. So I'm interested to know if you guys would use this shot. Why would you? Why wouldn't you? And if you're a coach, would you encourage some of your students to hit this shot? It's a pretty interesting topic. I think it's a really effective shot, but it's not like if I'm playing a match today, I'm going to use it a lot because I just don't want to be that guy. But let me know what you think. Thanks for watching the video. Talk to you soon.